He has found a way to transform his body into a spirit, but Tama forbids him from doing anything that involves modifying his brain. The two stare at each other intensely, but they're interrupted when the ground begins to shake. Renzu sends her raven to explore the area, and the raven discovers something worrying. The mountain god Tuzan has awakened. The huge walking fortress is fast approaching, a great danger to them all. Without wasting any time, Renzu decides to invoke the mountain goddess, hoping she can put things in order. But to everyone's surprise, the invocation doesn't seem to work. Taizin tries to crush them with a giant step. The group flees. Renzu reassures them, explaining that a being as powerful as the mountain goddess takes time to manifest. Fortunately, the goddess appears, bringing with her an entire mountain. Yes, a mountain with legs. The goddess looks at Taizin and declares, "It's time for you to rest." Then, with a single blow, she strikes him down. The gigantic fortress crashes to the ground, and inside it, Yaen and Kusunoha are completely terrified. She talks to Yaen and tells him he now has only one option. She exposes her shoulder, and Yaen bites her without hesitation. At that moment, a golden light begins to radiate from the ruined fortress, and Jinka senses a familiar energy. Yaen emerges from the fortress, transformed into a nine-tailed fox spirit. He carries Kusunoha in his arms. Tamo watches the scene, stunned, and at the same time, Jen tells her to go ahead. They fly towards Yaen and Kusunoha while Shin also prepares to act. Henzo seizes the moment and asks Shin to take her along. In the midst of the chaos, Yaen suddenly asks Kusunoha, "Who is Tama's father?" Kusunoha, with an enigmatic smile, answers him with a question. "Do you really want to know?" Yaen drops the subject. "Let's focus on escaping, especially with that behind us." But the goddess doesn't intend to let them go unpunished. She fires pine trees like missiles, and they explode on impact. Yaen creates a powerful metal barrier to block the attack. "Human knowledge can overcome monsters like you," he proclaims. The provocation enrages the goddess even more. She sets the whole mountain ablaze with intense flames. Seeing the situation is untenable, Yaen and Kusunoha flee immediately. Tama, however, isn't ready to let them escape. "Jaina, throw me!" she shouts. He obeys, using his bronze fist to propel her forward. Tama slams into Kusunoha with a direct kick to the face. Jen reaches Yaen, unleashing his tails in a barrage, but Yaen in his fox form neutralizes them with ease. He counters with two tails, and Jen can barely defend himself with his staff. Seeing this, the mountain goddess halts her attack to avoid putting her apprentice at risk. Yaen now turns his attention to Tama, still irritated by the blow to Kusunoha. "Shut up!" Tama yells. "This is a family matter!" She confronts her mother about her choices. Yaen tries to intervene, but Jen holds him back and the two clash violently. During the battle, Jinka questions Yaen about his experiments and his relationship with Coco, but Yaen just laughs. Jen, enraged, attacks him even harder. Meanwhile, Tama lectures Kusunoha, but she just laughs. When you love a man, you have to accept him as he is. Tama snaps back. Jinka and Genzo would never commit such unforgivable acts like Yaen does. Kusunoha smirks. "Did you fall in love with Genzo too? If so, you fell in love with father and son." The provocation stuns Tama, but only for a moment. "I don't understand romantic love," she declares. "I love all humans for who they are." She recalls her first encounters with Genzo and Jinka and reinforces that her love is for humanity itself. Kusunoha tries to convince her to join them, arguing that Yaen can turn her into a human, but Tama refuses. "My friends accept me as I am," she says, determined to stop Yaen at all costs. Just then, Kusunoha murmurs, "Jinka is turning into something inhuman." Tama turns and sees Jinka, desperate, consuming spiritual parts to increase his power. He smiles uneasily. The flesh of a god is delicious. Even Yaen is shocked. Jinka has devoured the goddess's body. "Jinka, this will not end well," Yaen warns. Suddenly, Jinka screams in pain. His last two tails emerge, one of light and one of darkness. "You're entering dangerous territory," Yaen yells. "At this rate, you won't remain human for long." The battle escalates. The two move so fast, they leave trails of light slicing through the air. Jinka seems to have the upper hand, but his sanity is slipping. Tama calls his name, and for a brief moment, Jinka regains control. Yaen sees the opening and tries to hypnotize him, but Jinka snaps again. He advances, but Yaen reveals a summoning talisman. As Jinka is about to strike, Tama appears in front of the blow and is pierced, but it's an illusion. Kusunoha kidnaps the real Tama and disappears. Jinka believes he's killed her, and the pain is unbearable. He screams, radiating a dark, terrifying energy. He charges at Yaen, but suddenly he's trapped in his own mind, screaming in confusion while his body continues to fight. Kusunoha watches, laughing. He's no longer human, he's something else. Shin realizes Tama is missing and deduces that Kusunoha took her. He tells Renzu to find her, but she warns it's suicide. "I don't care," Shin shouts. "Yaen will pay." Yaen uses illusions, surrounding Jinka, attacking from all sides. Inside his mind, Jinka realizes Tama was never really dead, but the pain still torments him. Yaen leads him toward the mountain god, hoping to use Jinka as a distraction. Just as Jinka attacks, Shin appears from nowhere and wounds Yaen deeply. But he's hurt too and falls. Jinka sees Shin bleeding and something shatters inside him. Suddenly, the energy of the entire forest flows toward Jinka. The mountain goddess panics. She orders her crows, "Get Renzu, now!" Kusunoha is stunned. She loosens her grip and Tama breaks free, running to Jinka. The goddess realizes Jinka's absorbed her body's remnants and is draining the power of the forest and mountain. He's becoming a divine beast, something stronger than a nine-tailed fox. Trees wither and die. His tails merge. He transforms into a monstrous creature with dozens of tails. At that moment, Tama's spiritual powers return. She grows rapidly. Jinka advances, out of control. Renzu is in danger. The goddess teleports her away, just in time. Then, 5 mysterious figures appear in the sky and freeze time. The goddess is confused. They're weak, but I can't ignore them. Everything is frozen, except for Jinka in his beast form. He grabs one of the figures, ready to devour it. "Stop!" Tama screams, kicking him in the face. He grabs her by the neck. His consciousness screams, "Stop! Please!" Tama stares at him and, "You're beautiful, even like this." Her words reach him. He lets go. She hugs him. "Remember what you said about marrying me when you became a spirit?" Tears in her eyes, she kisses him. But then she senses Hinso's talisman summoning her. She's pulled away against her will, vanishing in front of Jinka. Her energy blast explodes, destroying everything. Even the mountain goddess's dummy gone. Days later, Shin is still recovering. Tama, resolute, sets out to find Jinka. Hinso is worried. Even the goddess couldn't detect him. But Tama believes. She knows he's alive, and she'll find him, even if she has to do it alone.